very scared.
Ow, 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 ow.
I didn't know the extent of my injuries.
Ow. Ow.
I knew my back was in excruciating pain.
Oh, breathe.
Both of my ankles felt like they had been broken as well. I was in so much shock. I had adrenaline pumping through me, which helped with the pain at first, but once that adrenaline wore off, I was just in excruciating pain.
You have dialed emergency 000. Your call is being connected.
What do? Shoot. No.
Emergency police, fire ambulance.
Hi, I'm at Rainbow Beach. I've crashed my paraglider in the sand. I'm laying here in a lot of pain in my lower back. I'm way up the hill. The only accessible way to get me is a helicopter.
Paragliding is how humans have found a way to fly. We're really utilizing the onshore wind that blows against the ridgeline and up and over, called a lift band. We can fly our wings in that lift band, and it's one of the most peaceful, incredible experiences to be able to just soar like a bird. So Rainbow Beach is ranked in the top 10 paragliding spots in the world for coastal soaring. And you can fly all the way down to Double Island Point and back. The natural formation of the ridgeline creates a perfect environment for flying. So as soon as I had crashed, I assessed the situation and realized that both my legs were hanging off the side of this cliff. So there was a small little shrub next to me. I managed to grab it and was just holding on to it kind of as an anchor, but I had no idea how sturdy the roots of that tree were or how long it was going to hold.
The biggest problem we have was where Maverick was situated. He was on a slope of a sand dune and then hanging over it.
We had to make a decision pretty quickly that we wouldn't be able to reach him from below the cliffs.
So we had about a 3-kilometre walk in just to get to him.
I knew that I just needed to manage to stay on the side of this ridgeline cliff until the helicopter could arrive.
Yeah, we got the task initially just as we arrived on nitrous. We knew that it was going to get dark by the time we reached Maverick. We rang the chief pilot, talked him through and sought approval to conduct the winch itself.
We trained for a huge amount of different scenarios, and those scenarios could be difficult winch rescues at night using night vision goggles in bad weather, and hopefully we can get to the person.
The winch had to be incredibly long because if the helicopter had been any lower to us, it likely would have caused a landslide erosion down the side of the cliff.
Myself and Callum were the first ones down the rescue line onto that sand dune.
Seeing the life flight paramedic and doctor descend from the helicopter being winched down, I'll never forget that sight.
We landed approximately 100 metres away from him in an area of safety.
The second I hit the deck with Carly, she just went straight to Maverick.
So I just introduced myself.
She put her hand on my hand and said that I'm Carly, I'm a life flight doctor, and we're gonna help get you out of here and things are gonna be okay.
It was really impressive to see them come in, be able to drop into this really remote, really difficult location.
It felt like quite a long time of being winched up. And eventually, once enough of the sand had been blown away from my eyes, I opened my eyes and I looked up. And I could just see the rotors of the helicopter and the bright lights like facing down on me. It just felt so surreal. It felt like something out of a movie. I couldn't believe that I was in this situation. I couldn't believe how differently the day had ended from how well the day had started.
It was such a brilliant job done by the team.
Working together as pilots, aircrew, paramedic and doctors, we all know our capabilities, we all know what we can and can't do.
It took a lot of experience and knowledge and years of training to be able to do that safely. There was such a focus on both safety of us and safety of Maverick.
And in these missions like MAVS, everything comes together. The patient's looked after, the highest level of care, and everything's done safely.
What was a really high-risk scenario turned into something that was cool, calm, and controlled.
It would have been a nightmare for us fireys to have to stabilise him and get him up, without doing more damage to him. He came out of it fantastically because of their work.
The only way I could describe life flight that day is that they were real-life superheroes.
Hey, Mav, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. They descended from a helicopter. They assessed the situation, they pulled me away from the cliff, they treated me for the spinal injuries in my ankle, and they managed to get me out of the worst situation of my life.
Is that how you remember it?
Yeah, that's how I remember it. I remember being winched up into it and just looking at the turning blades. I remember the sand blast.
Yeah.
I remember you were covering me with your whole body to protect me from the sand, but there was no getting away from that.
No.
Oh, Erin, I've got someone who would like to thank you as well. Hey, Mom. So I'm in the helicopter that was on my mission, and this is Erin, the pilot.
Hey, Mum.
Hi. Hi. Oh, thank you. Thank you for what you do.
It's a pleasure. It's good to see Maverick up and walking.
Told me I'm not allowed to cry, but I can't guarantee that.
Gave her a bit of a scare, I did, that's for sure.
I bet.
Oh my gosh, the worst phone call. The one phone call you never want to get. It's like middle of the night, pick up the phone, Mom, don't panic, but I've been in an accident.
I know that without the Life Flight crew, I probably wouldn't be here today. And there's not enough words to say to let them know how grateful I am for what they did. It's too scary for me to think about the alternative of if I had never been able to walk again or do all the things that I love. Whether or not I would paraglide again is something that I've thought a lot about. Ultimately, I don't think that we can live our lives in fear, and I think that we need to do things that make us feel alive and that we love to do. I know that there are risks in paragliding, but for me, to not fly again would be much more of a loss.
From all my dealings with Maverick, he seemed like a very experienced and thoughtful person who made good decisions. I think this was an accident that could have happened to anyone. Clearly, paragliding is a passion of his, and it's great to see him back out and doing something that he loves.
Absolutely, accidents happen, things go wrong, but it's all part of human nature to get out and test limits and push boundaries and explore.
What he went through and his journey to get better is amazing.
If you're going exploring and you need help, we're here to help you.
That was incredible. It feels so good to be back in the sky. There's a point where I thought I'd never get to do that again, so it's really special that I can, and you just appreciate it so much more now. This place is really special to me, and I'm just so glad to be back.